back here at the Wairarapa with Clayton. The second time around, we were with him September 2020 and booked this hunt in June of 2021 and had to move it out like 4 times due to COVID. So we are grateful to be here, and we are also happy to be at the radio block. I've been wanting to come here for a long time, so the weather's also perfect. It's great seeing open skies when you're used to the winter weather, so, and nice and warm weather. So yeah, we're looking forward to shooting some red deer. Hopefully we can take 4 or 5 depending on what happens, so let's see.
Alright mate,
Yeah.
no pressure, eh? Sweet. So as this is Emil and his son Simon, and they came out with us last year and shot some fallow deer. But yeah, we've got fantastic weather. We've got a southeasterly wind up here, which is probably the best wind we can possibly have for hunting this edge. So everything's aligned on this trip. Like Emil said, there's 4 goes to get down here, and COVID and that stuffed it up the first few times, but we've managed to get it all together, and the weather's come right for us as well. So all we have to do is get some deer on the deck for them. So we've got 2 nights to get 4 or 5 deer. I'm picking we should be able to do that. Hopefully no problem at all, but that could be my famous last words. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Great.
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we've just got to where we're going to walk from, which is not very far to walk from here. Gentlemen like hunting, which is why we do guided hunting here. So yeah, she's bloody hot though, so I'm picking the deer probably won't start moving for even probably that last half an hour dark, but we'll find out very shortly. So get into it, eh?
Yeah, great.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice and early, that's good. Big old hind, she'll probably have a fawn somewhere, but we'll try and avoid shooting her if we can, but if not, we'll take her. We've got to do a bit of animal management here, so it might sound cool to take a hind that might have a fawn at foot, but we've got to control the numbers here, so shooting a hind is actually a good thing. We can take 2 animals out with 1 shot, sort of thing, so yeah, it doesn't say we've got it yet, but good start though, nice and early. That's real sweet on my head, and we've only walked 200 metres. Too much Christmas pudding. So we've got to the shooting stand about 2.5 hours before dark. So we're just going to sit tight and see what happens. There's that hind down here, but she's quite comfy, just feeding away there, so we might just leave her for the last option if we need it. Hopefully some of the deer will come out of here, some nice young deer or something like that. Be good. There's number 2. Come out down there now. Backup plan's getting better and better. So we've decided we're going to have a crack at these 2 young hinds. They might even be young. They might be yearlings, so they might not have horns, but we're going to have a crack at them. It's too much of a gift now. It's 8 o'clock and the time's getting on a bit. The deer are only probably just starting to move now, but got a good perfect little spot just down here to get a shot from. And they're good. About 250. You can take that bottom one now, just go in front of your shoulder, eh? So it's the first stop basically. Yep, good hit, load up, get him behind, get him behind, get him behind! Fucker, she went right down into the creek. That's alright, she was a good hit though, she reared up. You can hear old fucking Squeaky over there. Get him behind. Good shot, mate. That one, that's a dead deer. 227 metres.
Nice, that's good.
Alright, old Squeaky's doing his job down there. You can see where the deer's gone down here. No blood. But you can see it's good marks where she, oh there's a bit of blood there. One little speck of blood on that leaf there. And a bit more blood down here, so she's tumbled all the way down here. Either she'll be dead in the creek or she's still slightly alive. Normally barks if they're a little bit alive, but if it's not then he's doing a bloody fantastic job. Sort of makes up for his squeaking really.
Yeah.
Got the old lead lenser to light us up for the way back up here. We just got to head down into here and carry this deer back up to the bike. Bit dark there, but old Blakey did a bloody good job really. He bailed that deer up down there and she was still quite lively, so we just gave her one to finish her off basically. Wow! Nice big hind. Not too sure where you hit her on the first shot, but at least you got her anyway, Mel.
Yeah.
Oh, you just hit a bit low.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hit too. Must have just bruised her lungs and stuff, eh? Not enough to take a deer right down, unfortunately. But that's just what happens sometimes. There's plenty of meat on her though. She's in top condition. She's in fantastic condition.
She's massive.
Has she got a dry udder?
Not sure.
It'll be big and swollen up if she's got a fawn. Oh, nice. So now we just got to get back up. Straight up. Just straight up and down piece. It's a nice little bit there maybe, but oh, we'll be right. Looks worse than what it is. We'll get up there. Piece of piss, mate. Nice work, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah, right.
First one down. Is that your first red deer for New Zealand?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
First radio, yeah.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah.
I'd shake your hands with a torch in one hand and a fucking camera in the other. We'll jag her out of the creek and sort her out, eh?
Yeah.
Alright, mate. First New Zealand red deer.
Yeah.
Not as it was supposed to go to plan. She wasn't it wasn't a clean kill. It was the bullet went a little bit low and skimmed her across the brisket, but it was enough to bruise her lungs and slow her down enough for the dog to catch up to her. So even though old Blakey is a bit of a squeaky, he can actually come up with the goods sometimes. But that's she's in good eating condition. She's in probably the best condition you could get really. She'll be really good eating, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it was slightly further than I thought, but I think it's a nice buck. We're gonna have our work cut out to get it up up this creek wall, but
Yeah. Now she's rolled down the bank. It's quite steep. It's probably 100 odd metres back up to the fence line. So I think we'll just bone this one out. Take all the good meat and we'll just carry it up, rather than trying to bust our ass trying to carry the whole thing.
yeah,
Good stuff, mate.
yeah, great.
Nice. Right, we made it back up to the top. There's the back steaks and the eye fillets in there. 2 front shoulders. And back legs over there. Blake scoffed the heart down. But she was a bit of a mission to get back up from down there. Lost a bit of gravy coming back. Old Blakey thinks we're dishing tea up for him, but it's not for him, it's for us. So we've just got the stock standard Wairarapa hunting special. Potatoes on the boil there, chicken and a bit of a salad. Pretty successful first night, 1 deer on the deck, a little bit of sweat involved.
Yes. Yeah, no, hopefully we can get the rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
We should get up early and see.
Yep, no, so she'll be 4:30 start basically in the morning to try and beat that daylight, and then we'll head down to a good spot that I know of down the way here, and we'll just never know your luck. We could end up with one, we could end up with none, or we could end up with the remainder of balance that we need to get. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the morning.
Yeah, great.
In the meantime, we're going to get a bit of shut eye. She's 10:28 at the moment, so get down a bit for the young fella. Choking on those chicken bones, boy. We'll get a feed down us and hit the sack and start again in the morning.
Yes. Great.
See you in the morning. Morning, Blake. You have a good sleep, mate? Always do, eh? Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
4:30 start this morning. Yeah, today's efforts will be trying to get another 3 or 4 deer if we're lucky. We'll just try to start with 1 to start with and see what happens, really. Sheep started moving, the deer put their heads up and seen us coming down through the paddock. We had nowhere to sort of hide, so they seen us and buggered off onto the next lot of deer. Right, got 3 animals there. They're pretty unaware of us being here, so hopefully we can get a shot at one of these. Go when you're ready. Good hit. Blake, get him behind! Get him behind! Right, load up, load up. See those 2 out in the paddock? Load up. Okay, don't shoot yet, till I tell you. Shut up, Blake. 250. So just put the dot just a little bit higher. Good hit. Load up, load up. Blake, get him behind. Get him behind. Nice shooting, mate. You just got 2 deer. Just like that. 250 and 215. Nice shooting. It's a little 308, 16-inch barrel. Though she shoots good, that little gun. Good stuff, mate.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, old Squeaky over there wasn't helping too much. Nice. One's a big hind, and the other one looks like a nice little yearling or something. But what we'll do is we'll sneak straight past them So you want another one or two deer? One more deer, so we'll sneak past them. We should be able to pick up another one on the steep face over here. And then it's right. The lower one. One in the front. One in the front. It's 170, okay? So just use the crosshairs. Good shot. Blake, get him behind. Get him behind. Get him behind! Load up. Oh no, it's toast. Nice shot. We'll leave that spiker. He's a nice wee spiker. Oh. Nice shooting, mate. Awesome, mate.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's 4 deer.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Great.
Man. So that shot there was about 200, that one. And yeah, seen the big puff come off it when you shot there. And nice lung shot. Shit ran probably 50 odd metres and did the old bloody bit of tap dancing and fell over backwards. There's a hind up there. We left her. She's got a nice little fawn with her. Be a shame to shoot her. We try not to shoot the hinds if we can, but sometimes it's unavoidable. If I can get that camera focus. There's the hind there. She's got a little fawn there with her. So if we can avoid it, we do try and avoid shooting the hinds, but if we can't get anything else, then those hinds at this time of the year with the fawn at foot are absolutely beautiful eating. They're in fantastic condition, but like I say, we're managing this property, so everywhere's a little bit different. If you're hunting on public land with low numbers, then obviously you leave that hind in yearling, but if you're hunting somewhere where there's really high numbers, then shoot the hinds and shoot the fawn as well, as horrible as it sounds. But you've got to be cool to be kind sometimes, and let the stags go, let them grow. If you want to shoot a nice trophy in the raw or something like that, it's the best way to go. But everyone's got their own piece on that one. But fantastic, job done. He's the third deer. It's just how we like them, right beside the bloody track. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
So we'll cover this one first, and then we'll go and get the first two. Let's do it backwards. We shot from up on that knob up there. Oh, here you go, Emil.
Yeah, great. Got our first, 4 red deer, so this one's a nice one. So it's a nice trip, and glad we could get out here and with nice shots as well. Especially this one, the three this morning was quite clean. It was it wasn't close, but it was good.
Yeah, no, all those shots were over 200 metres. So the first shot was 215, your second shot was 256 or something like that, and this one here was just on 200. So yeah, all nice clean shots with the 308 with the 16-inch barrel. I mean, lots of guys are going to the dial-up scopes and stuff now, which is all good. They definitely have their usage, but if you're just doing sort of normal style of hunting and you don't want to do that longer range stuff, you don't really need to get a dial up unless you want to shoot out sort of past that 300 metre mark, and then yeah, you probably get a dial up scope and do your homework though before you get one. You know, you hunt just buy a dial up scope and get the speed from the packet of ammo and put it in and think you're going to shoot out to 500-600 metres. If there's a bit more to it than that, you've got to fire it for a chronograph and make sure you've got everything in properly, and just to make sure you do your homework before you get it. And there's a lot more things you have to do with the dial up scope. So with the setup that we've got, it's nice and quick. You just range it with the rangefinder. We've got the dots there, so it's bang on at 100, 200 is bang on with the first dot, 300 is bang on with the second dot. So if it's in between that, like it's 250, you just go in between the two dots. It's nice and easy. There's no parallax, there's no dial. It's just wind the Veri power up, put the dot on it and pull the trigger. So yeah, a nice simple way of doing things. But if you want to get a little bit more complicated, and if you want to stretch out a little bit further, then yeah, by all means get a dial up. But realistically, you probably don't need one, for the majority of the deer that you shoot will be under that 300 metres, unless you specifically want to set yourself up for long range shooting. And if you're going to do that, then do your homework first. So this is the first deer that Emil shot, and the other one's just over the side here. So we'll just recover this one, and then we'll go and get the other one.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
So he's the fourth deer, which is actually the second deer, but we did a little bit backwards.
Yeah, it's a nice small one. It's probably going to be the steering meat, but I think it'll be very nice meat anyway.
Oh, this will be absolutely beautiful. It's a nice young yearling hind.
Yeah.
She's in prime condition. There's not heaps of fat on there, but you don't really want heaps of fat anyway.
No.
And this is a nice big hind. She's a big girl. And the nice little yearling spiker. And then I've got the nice big hind hanging back up at the hut there, so bloody good.
Yeah, no, I'm happy.
Awesome.
Had a good day. Good morning.
So we're just going to head back to the hut now, and I'll skin these out for Emil, and we'll break them down, and then we'll ferry them down to the chiller and chuck them in the chiller, and then stay another night, are we?
Yeah, really
Stay another night. Emil's come all the way from Auckland, so got a pretty stressful job as well, so it'd be quite good for him just to lax back, and probably quite good for me to lax back for a bit too, so it'll be quite good. We can suss out some deer for the next lot of guys that are coming in. Bloody awesome. Plenty of deer around at the moment though, guys, so if you want to book a hunt, get in touch with us, and we can sort you out a few red deer or fallow deer, whatever block you want to go. They're both pretty hot at the moment, so if you want to book a hunt, get in there before everyone else does, because it's filling up pretty fast. Sweet. I've had a couple of guys ask me how to skin a deer properly for a flat skin. We get quite a few skins turn up that they're still pretty good. They come out alright in the end, but they could be a little bit better. So if you want a nice symmetrical flat skin with the arms and the neck and all that sort of stuff, and even, this is the best way to skin it. So there's only a few cuts that you need to do. So basically, when you're doing this cut here, don't go down the back of the front leg, go down the middle of the front leg on the inside. So straight down here, straight to the chest, and then keep it dead centre as possible, and then up there. And this cut here, exactly the same spot. So down the inside, around up to there, and then your centre cut up the middle here, keeping that nice and straight as well. And then all you should need to do, these animals are a little bit warm still, is get that started, give that a pull, punch that off. Sometimes you get a little bit of stick like this, that sticks a bit, so you just knife that a little bit. You shouldn't need to use your knife much, especially when they're warm. If they're cold, you probably need to use your knife a bit, but I sort of try and punch most of it off on the ground. Just clearing up the front leg. Get around this knuckle here. And once you get to the edge, you better grab that and just give that a good pull. Easy, no? And then you can just use your knife if you're struggling to pull it off. It's just hooked up to the ground here. Try not to cut any holes in your skin if you can help it, but if you do, it's not such a big deal because I can stitch them up if you want me to stitch them up. Generally I don't stitch them if you can't see them when the skin's sitting on the ground, but if you can see them when the skin's sitting on the ground, then I'll stitch them up. So that's basically one side cleared. Pull your skin up so it keeps the meat clean. Get this side started. Back in. And this is a good little tip to to know when you do these back legs. Lots of people just go down the inside or the front of the leg, but the best thing to do is not cut these as well. So if you know you're going to take the flat skin, don't cut the hole in here if you can help it, but if you've got to carry it, I suppose you can't help it. But if you can, just don't do that cut. And when you're skinning it, it's just one cut straight down through the middle of this knuckle here. So you're just going through that knuckle and then just following that straight down to there. Looking at that sun there, the same. So I go the same way, the same spot, and it's a little bit easier to clear these knuckles too once you cut down the back of them like that. And then all you need to do is basically clear this knuckle around the top. And that's all you need to do on that side, and then I'll do the same on the other side. So once you've got it to there, just clear this bit here, pull that out. You might want to give it a little bit of a knife in here just to speed the process up, but you can get away with just pulling that off. But there's a couple little bits where it's hanging on there. Haven't cleared it properly around there. I should have punched right up. Oh, you definitely don't want to do that. But that bit there is clear around there. Cut a hole that big in a place like that, I can stitch it. So if you do cut a hole like that and it's in a relatively easy place, I can stitch that up. So you don't do that, that's seriously. Cleared that side, just do the same on this side. Like that, pull that down. Amateur-likely. We're not keeping the skins, just sort of, like I said, I had a couple of people ask if I could show them how to skin a deer for a flat skin, so this is just a bit of a rough demonstration, as you can see. So you just pull your skin down to there, obviously without all the cuts in it, like I've done. With the tails, leave the tail on. So don't try and, if you don't know how to take the bone out of the tail, just leave it in there, otherwise you'll just stuff it up. So just cut it, you'll find a little joint close into the body there, cut the tail off there so it's connected onto the skin still. Leave the bone in there, and then you should be able to just sort of grab this and give it a good pull. I'll get the hair gets a bit tough, so you can just put your foot on it and give it a bit of a heave ho. Oh, not quite frustrating you. So yeah, you'll see the end result is a nice symmetrical skin. Don't worry too much about the cuts that I put in it. I shouldn't have done that, but you can see it's got a neck on it. It's got the front legs.
Wow.
Back legs. And I've cut a few holes in there. So yeah, so you'll get a symmetrical skin, and obviously when you take it out that'll get better shape than that as well, but that's how you skin a deer for a flat skin without cutting holes in it. Right, we've got all the meat cut up there, Simon. Bit of a mission cutting up 4 deer.
Yeah.
That's the carcasses there, so that's dog tucker, that's just shot up stuff, and that's all the rest of it. hanging up there, and we've got some eye fillets and a couple of front shoulders and back legs in the plastic bag from the hind last night. So all in all, pretty bloody good really. Just heard a gunshot up here behind us this morning. Someone is poaching up there, was right on the boundary, being a bit cheeky. I was going to whip over there and try and catch him, but I had busy, I was busy. But pretty good so far anyway, mate. Just had a quick shower. Great little shower, those things. Just hook it up to the battery and away she goes. But yeah, giving me a new lease on life after having a wash up the bush. It's one of the best things you can do while you're up in the bush is have a wash, even if it's just in the creek. It's fantastic. Shower's ready, guys?
Right.
Yep. Crazy old weather. She was stinking hot yesterday, and today we've got the fire going.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a cruisy day today. We sorted out those deer and took them down to the chiller. And we've sort of been just laxing back, just put a feed on. Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, this is a great view.
But basically that's it for this trip,
Yeah.
guys. We've sort of done and dusted on the first morning. Job was done, so managed to sort of put my feet up a little bit. Obviously Emil works pretty hard. Just about forgot his name, sorry guys. But he works really hard, so it's good for him and young Simon over there to bond a little bit and get away with each other and spend some time up in the scrub, I guess you can say it, or up here in the hut, nice and peaceful, away from all the grim and hustle and bustle in town. And yeah, good way to just sort of relax and get your chi back. But I think we'll make this a bit of a wrap on this video. What's your thoughts on the hunt there, Emil?
Yeah, no, we enjoyed it very much, and of course I can recommend Clayton anytime for someone that just want to have the whole hunting experience.
Yep.
And yeah, we've been talking about the pulling the trigger is the easiest part of the hunt, but if you want the whole experience, then it's great. Yeah, just phone him up and come. So I can totally recommend it, and we've really enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll be back.
Awesome, mate. Thanks very much for that. It's
Absolutely.
awesome. So just as he's talking there, the rain sort of started settling in a little bit, so quite nice with the fire going, a bit of rain on the roof. The young fella's sitting there watching a movie. She's pretty lax back. Bit of a cruisy day for us, which is good. It's good to have a cruisy day every now and again.
Yeah.
But I think we'll make that a bit of a wrap, guys. So bloody good taking you guys out hunting, and I think young Simon might be up next on the next trip. We didn't film it, but he hit the steel gong at 200. He had a shot out of the 308. He wasn't too sure, but he just smashed it. But fantastic shot. So we'll probably see him next time. But thanks very much for watching once again, guys. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Right. Cheers.